This episode is brought to you by Tabletop Dominion. If the antics of the circus have given you the desire to roll some dice of your own, head to tabletopdominion.com and use the code DESIRE10. Sneak around, searching the house. We look under the doors. Lay down low, nowhere to go. Will there be something more? We venture into the dark, alone, just Dabov and I embark. Unknown, sneak around, stay unseen, we're open to causing a scene. With stealth required, we leave the others holding up the rear. Half elf and gnome explore the dark, so brave we do not fear. When jumping on a table is required, I know just the man in Dice and Desire.
A halfling rides into Noanar's hold. It's an unusually warm autumn, and perhaps this is why the village is buzzing with people. He heads straight for the White Hart Inn and introduces himself as Leon Lightbutt. The innkeeper explains that if he wants a room, there is only one left, and he should take it immediately to guarantee his stay. Leon agrees, and asks if he can be woken in the morning to join the rangers for the dawn hunt. He has heard great things and doesn't want to miss it. He heads to his room, unpacks his belongings before laying on the bed. A combination of the bed's comfort and his long journey sees Leon sink into a sleep he was not expecting. He is awoken with a start. There is someone knocking at the door. Through the window he sees that the sun is still up, but clearly setting. He heads to the door, and on the other side is the innkeeper. Sorry to bother, but the lords sometimes like to invite new guests up to the keep. If you'd like to accept, you'll be having dinner with them this evening. Leon is humbled by the request and obviously accepts. He gets changed, freshens up, and heads out to meet the lords. When he arrives, he sees a grand and impressive keep that almost anyone would be proud to call home. A gruff dwarf by the name of Amrath meets him at the door and leads him through the resplendent home. They eventually arrive at a reception room where 5 humans stand to one side while 3 other individuals sit at the grand table. A male tiefling, a female dwarf, and a male human. The standing lords smile at Leon as he enters and gestures for him to sit. They eventually join the 4 at the table before asking Amrath to bring out the dinners. What follows is a couple of hours of fine dining, drinking, storytelling. Eventually, one of the lords states that after dinner, it is tradition for the lords to take their guests into the forest for some late-night hunting. There is certain game which can only be found in moonlight. Given the opportunity to join the lords in the hunt is something that Leon cannot turn down. Neither can the other guests, it seems, although the tiefling takes a little convincing. He is worried he is too drunk, but the lords guarantee he is in good hands. The lords provide suitable weapons and armour for the guests, as well as horses, and they all ride into the forest. When they find the perfect spot, all 9 of the hunters dismount and tie the horses up before stepping further into the gloom on foot. It is difficult to see much here, and Leon starts to think this event will be fruitless. He raises his concerns, but is assured everything will go to plan. They continue further until it is clear nothing is moving in the forest tonight. Just as he is about to again voice his worries, he hears a noise to his left, and then a gurgle. Turning quickly, he sees the human guest with an arrow through his throat. A second or two later, the dwarven woman meets the same fate. Looking round, he notices the lords are much further back, bows drawn and pointing in their direction. An arrow whips past Leon, nicking his ear, leaving a blood trail down the side of his face. Realizing that this is no accident, that the hunt has already begun, Leon starts running as fast as his legs can carry him, seeing the tiefling sprinting in a different direction. I love it when they run. Makes it so much more interesting. What's up, brother? Did you want to kill the dwarf? I thought you preferred killing humans. No, it's not that. It's just, I'm feeling my age, brother. It won't be long before I'm too old for this. We can't hunt forever. A third lord steps forward. Oh, I don't know about that, brother. he says, shooting an arrow into the night before a distant scream of pain echoes back. I have an idea. The forest around him slowly transitions into a decrepit home, and his face morphs into a pallid, evil appearance. It is screeching at you, spittle flicking from his mouth, murder in his eyes. Dweezil, Dabov, roll for initiative.
Whoa.
23.
Lovely.
7 for me.
7. Whoa! That is
Lucky for some,
quite
not for me.
That had nothing to do with Dyson Desire. Where was Quinch? We're on the wrong call. What's going on?
Sorry, I was just that was an excerpt from my book.
The Love of Dogs.
The dogs are on the run. It's a follow up to
Who let the dogs
one
out?
that-
Obviously,
yeah. Right,
which is
lovely
something, yeah.
stuff. Yeah, lovely stuff. Right, okay, excellent. All initiative has been rolled. Right, up top, Dabo.
Should the map be showing?
Probably actually, yeah. Let's move you over to the map now. That one was an accident of mine.
Accident or mistake? Same thing, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean they're both accidents or mistakes. They're the same sort of thing, really, aren't they?
I'm going to cast Grease in the doorway.
Of course you are, lad.
Yeah.
Kel Surprise.
Yep. Well, you put a doorway there with all the people on the other side. I'm going to make a slippery barrier, aren't I?
Yeah.
Remind me, are
Dirty bastard.
we aware of any of this, or are we just outside having a nap?
No, so first, you guys are outside. Just to remind you of what happened at the end of the last session was that Dabov and Dweezil entered the room. I can't remember if they actually. I think they failed a stealth, and Dweezil went, "Oh fuck it, in for a penny, in for a pound," and climbed on the table. At which point, Amrath turned around and saw you, and then you heard like a screech coming from the room below. So what I'm going to do is, for the first round of combat, is just going to be these individuals, and then it'll be up to the rest of you to join after that.
Right. Can you just
Should you want to, of course.
can you describe what we see in terms of these things?
Okay. You see Amrath.
Yeah.
You're familiar with him. Behind, you can't make out too much detail. It's fairly dark in the barn to the south. But what you can see is they're medium sized. They're humanoid, and they're pale. I mean, if you want to do a perception check, roll, and I can give you a bit more information if you do well on that.
I'll do that. Why not?
Let's roll the dice.
Yeah.
Let's roll the damn dice. Hi, guys.
Perception. That's a 7, Nathan. I'm all the 7s
That's-
tonight.
You get exactly the same information I just gave you 2 seconds ago.
Okay.
So, yeah, nothing more than that.
It's just because I'm looking at the tokens, and whilst they're scary, there's something quite attractive about them.
Oh, you're looking at mine again.
Also, as I zoom in on Amrath, I mean, it's an odd choice of token, Amrath, because he's a very attractive young lady as well.
You've stumbled across the Hunt Lord's orgy. I'm afraid that's why they're angry. They were just getting ready to. Right, Dabov.
Yep.
You've cast Grease right where you've just plopped that little square. Yes.
Yep. So I'm going to cast Grease there. So right in the
Dexy.
doorway, so they basically can't get through without having to stand in grease.
Okay. Let's Dexy's Midnight Runners. Let's have a look what we've got.
Got a beat of
that's
14.
That's a D20 I roll, isn't it? Ooh, no, that's a 12. So Amrath is down for the count.
We should mention actually in the week that we're recording this is sadly the grieving week of Olivia Newton Goners passing. So I think this is.
Are we dedicating this episode?
Oh yeah. Let's dedicate this patch of Grease to Olivia. Well, it's not the first time I've said that, but yeah, let's. Sorry, I probably brought the tone down a little bit. Well, let's just.
I would say it's too soon, but this episode's not going to come out for like a year, so it might be all right by then.
It'll be the anniversary of her passing.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah.
It's a great rhetorical question. Is it too soon if you make the joke at the inappropriate time, but it doesn't hit the public's ears for months down the line?
Well, I'm offended.
Yeah.
Right.
Doesn't take much though, does it?
Yes, Stuart, you big snowflake.
Oh god, here he comes, woke again. Right.
Yeah. So I've cast grease.
Anything else?
I'm going to use.
Anything else?
Oh, I'm trying not to draw a shape on the map. I'm going to use the remainder of my movement to hop up onto the table with Dweezil and look badass while holding my bow.
Crotch chops.
If you could just move Dabov back there for 1 second, while the. Now, if you assume that is grease, that's very inappropriately plain.
I thought it was a given that grease sprays forth from my crotch.
Oh dear, he's greased himself again. Right.
Yeah. So I'm up on the table with Dweezil and readying for picking them off with bows and arrows and the like, and then just watch Dweezil just run away and leave me looking like an idiot.
Yeah, and you're up on the table, did you say?
Yes,
Or just by
I
the
have
table?
front flipped over the chair onto the table.
Okay. Now this it's the turn of these creatures. This grease presumably is a visible thing, right? It's not like an invisible spell or anything like that. It's literally just a patch of
just
oily mess.
like black oil type thing, I assume.
Yeah. I mean, they're not stupid by any means.
Can they do a backflip over it? That is the question everyone wants to know.
I think what they would do is okay, right. So I think the first one would test it out at the very least. So this guy here is going to move forward, and then you want a dex on that, right?
Yeah.
So
Can we see these creatures yet, or can Dabov and
you
Dweezil?
can't because you're in a completely different room.
We're just
Can
outside just
Dabov and
talking
Dweezil
shit.
see them?
Dex was his dex. That's 15. So that guy succeeds.
Yeah.
You said it was 14, right?
Yeah. I have just read it's difficult terrain as well, for if that affects their movement speed or what have you. But
okay.
which,
I will take
yeah,
that
I didn't realise
on
until
board.
this point.
Okay,
Turns it
so
into
that's
difficult
fine.
terrain for the duration.
Okay, so in which case, it can only do 3 squares. So that'd be 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3 into the room. And he will fire off then a bow at. Probably he would have seen Dabov doing what Dabov just did.
Yeah, spraying grease from his crotch.
And he's like, "This is my home, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing that? That you're fine with that. That'll be a 7. That is not going to do you any problems whatsoever. Fucking ever.
What did he fire off?
A longbow.
Oh,
Well,
lad.
the arrow from the longbow. He didn't throw the longbow at him. That'd be a weird battle tactic. Right. Okay. So, seeing the first one has succeeded, the rest of them are going to try and follow, but obviously they'll have their own rolls. So, first one is also a 15, so he makes it through. So this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to get to there and basically just do the same thing, although he didn't see Dabov, so he'll just pick off. He'll go, actually, let's roll. 1 to 6 is Dweezil. 1 to 3 is 6. Fucking hell. 1 to 3 is Dweezil. 4 to 6 is Dabov. It's 1, so that's Dweezil. He gets a 14.
Sure.
Does that hit?
Nope.
That doesn't hit?
Nope.
Okay, so that goes flinging off into the rest of the room. And then the rest of them will follow suit. So let's see if he fails his. So the first one, or third one, I should say, gets into here. And is it when they first enter the grease? So would he slip over at that point, I guess?
It's anyone that enters the area or if they end their turn there. So I assume because he entered it.
If you cast it there, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay,
it.
so he would fall over. Now, here's a good question. Could somebody step over? Could you use that person as like a bridge?
They've still got to step in the next bit, haven't
they
they?
have.
And
They
I would
have.
argue that if someone was stepping off of someone's body onto grease, it'd make it even harder to gain footing. But
Be like standing on a bar of soap in the shower. You just
All been there.
Yeah. All right. Then. Well, this guy's obviously now seen someone slipping over, and
As he steps on him, he catapults him, sort of.
he's just gonna. No, actually, he probably can't get a line of sight. So he's just gonna risk it. So he's gonna, rather than ending there, he's gonna end here and roll his dex. That's a 19 overall, so he's fine. And he's gonna end here. And we're gonna get another. This time, again, because he didn't see who it was. That is, again, Dweezil he's firing at.
Yep.
That is 17.
Yeah, hits.
That hits. Okie dokie. So that is 1d8 plus 2. That is a 4 piercing damage.
Ooh, nice.
And then the last one, 10. So he can get, you can get out there. You can get out the other side. So he's going to step in, but he's going to fail as well because he got a 12. So he ends up there on the ground. Now, theoretically, he could have a pot shot at you, but he's not going to. Dweezil, it is your turn.
Dweezil will look at these greasy creatures and say, with song, with phrase, with sleight of hand, my very presence confounds you, attacks astray, resist in vain, thou art the quarry of my bane. And I shall cast Bane at second level so I can target the front 4 of these creatures. They will make a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, mate, these guys, they love a bit of charisma.
Very charismatic.
They are chitter-chatterers.
Comes in handy at an orgy.
Well, that's a 4 for the... so I'm going to count these from top left across and then the guy at the bottom. So that's... First one fails. Second one with a 15.
Oh, meets it, so beats it.
So he's okay. Natural fail on the third one. And, that's awful as well, 7. So it's only...
The middle,
so,
front rank, middle one has passed.
He's closer to you, and he saw your lip tremble a little bit as you said it, and he was like, "Nah, doesn't get me. Doesn't get me."
So they must, if they
1d4 off their next attacks and all that stuff for a minute.
Any. It's not with the next one. It's just I keep it going
for a minute.
Yeah, a minute. 1d4
Is it a conso?
from. No, you can't. You can't save out of it now.
No, but is it concentration?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A bonus action. I'm going to look at little Dabov. I'm going to say to him, "I liked your grease there, Dabov," and I'll just pound a little bit of bardic inspiration into him. And
thank you very much.
I will do some kind of like elaborate whistle as if to alert the big boys.
Krill's ears prick up. Literally.
Okie dokie. So we are with Amrath, his turn. He is not going to stand up. Instead, what he is going to do is just literally just crawl to the
around
side.
Grease.
He's going to crawl to there, which I assume doesn't need to do. Like, how can you fall over from being fallen over? So I'm going to just assume he can crawl out of that space.
Yeah.
He would have got grease in his hands though. So I mean, when it comes to holding a weapon, I think we need to consider that.
Well, he's got like ninja stars, so it actually probably helps him, sort of makes them more aerodynamic.
You ever tried to throw a ninja star with greasy? I don't think so.
I mean, who hasn't? Obviously.
We've all been KFC and it's kicked off.
Exactly. The K stands for ninja, but it's spelled differently. Right, round 2. Can assume that Greg, Krill, and Quinch wish to join the party.
I heard the whistle, and we should go because I'm hopelessly devoted to them.
God.
Right.
Did you
I need
hear
to
him, Ruckus?
I need to be shifted up in the initiative order.
Yeah. Lovely. Right, so we've added them in. So Dabov, back to you at the top. You want to grease some more?
always. But because we're on the table, do we get any sort of advantage on like ranged attacks because we're aiming downwards?
No, I don't. I
Ah.
don't believe that's the thing. I know that Star Wars might suggest that you have the higher ground, but
have got the high ground.
There is, I'm sure there's a feat or something or a class that at some point you get advantage when you're shooting from above, but I don't think it's.
Don't tell MJ he'll start flying all the fucking time.
I'm just going to loose off a short bow. Then.
Yeah. Go for it. Who you aiming at?
One of the ones that still stood up, because obviously I don't want disadvantage against them. Probably the one that's closest on the left.
Can Dabov and Dweezil see them yet? Because I'm not sure we know what they are.
They can, but they've not sort of asked for any information at this point. So
I did.
Time...
You made me roll.
At that. Sorry, you haven't asked since they've sort of stepped into the room.
Can one of you ask? Just silence.
Should we?
No.
They kind of shrieked at
I
us
mean,
and now charging
I think
us.
I think the listeners would like to know. I'd like to know.
We're a kill people, ask questions later sort of gang.
Well, they don't seem the friendliest, if I'm honest.
Well, you just walked in on their orgy. They're not exactly going to be happy, are they?
I mean, fair.
Someone walking in on my orgy would be pretty.
I mean, more's the merrier in most orgies, I would have thought. But anyway, Dabov, did you do an attack roll? Or?
I will do.
Remember, you've got Bardic Inspiration if you need it.
And inspiration.
I'm going to save it because I just rolled an 18.
Oh, that might hit.
Might?
Yeah, that hits, yeah.
Nice.
So do me some damage.
8.
And that is what? What was that with? That was a arrow, right?
Yeah, short bow.
Okie dokie. That is you done. Are you staying where you are?
Yeah. Going to do a heroic stand.
Absolutely. Krill.
Quinch gives Krill a hearty slap on the back. Go get 'em, buddy. And when you see what they are, yell out the information, please.
Krill, fueled by this slap on the back, just charges, screaming. Not like, but like, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, yeah, you can make it to there, can't you? Makes it.
I mean, that scream was very reminiscent of another John Travolta property, which was Staying Alive. It was like,
That's what I thought he was going for, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, let's run that back. Krill runs in.
I think Krill should run in shouting, "Let's get physical."
I mean, okay, let's run it back. Let's wait, Krill voice. Let's get physical. That's probably about. Sorry, that's probably the amount of time it's taken him to get up to these things, which are.
Just a heads up, that's probably not the thing you do shout when you when you walk into an orgy that you weren't expecting. So you see these now that you're up close. I'm not going to make you roll perception because you're a lot closer to them. There's a bit of light in here. They are very much appear to be undead. They don't appear to not quite zombified. They're not like obviously the children that you saw back in the cave. These are very much still in good working order when it comes to the old flesh. But they've got very bedraggled hair. They're just they're like very angry looking, very vicious looking. They are wielding some aside from their longbows, they're also wielding a long sword each. And they look dressed, somewhat out of fashion, should we say? But they appear to be dressed like they were about to go out hunting.
I relay all of that information.
Your 6 seconds is done. Right, whose turn is it next?
No, that's not fair. I don't see shit. I mean, I'm gonna rage. The whistle's sort of, like Pavlov's dog.
Okay.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Excellent.
Excellent. Great stuff.
Yeah, so raging, and then I'm basically just going to try and chop this lady. Is she a lady?
No, they're all males.
Oh, the tokens would say otherwise.
Well, I think that's very judgmental of men that have long hair.
I think it's disappointing that they're all males. I think
Luke
there'd be a
shakes
nice
his head.
spectrum these days, but no, all men.
Oh, are you saying all men can't have orgies? Is that what you're suggesting, MJ? That's very sexist of you.
No, I'm suggesting maybe it'd be nice if there were some other genders represented in this podcast from time to time, but it's fine.
All right, I'll remember that next time you're all creating your own characters and don't just stick to your own genders. Well, carry on.
I'm just going to finish up and I'm just going to try and chop this middle gentleman in half.
Nothing gentle about him. and we're back to the orgy.
Natural 20 on that one.
Hashtag greased up longsword.
Okay, go for your thing now. Just to remind you, Sam. So it's double the dice roll.
So the dice roll would be on that one is an 11, so 22 plus 4. Are we doing the max?
We didn't talk about it, but yeah, I think we're going to switch to the generally prevailing rule when it comes to crits, which is maximum on the dice plus your roll. So 11
plus 12 plus
okay.
So 23 plus the 4, 27 plus 2 rage damage.
27.
So 29. I'll make it.
Yeah.
29. Okay.
Shame you didn't attack recklessly.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't it? I get another attack though, so that's fine. Next one, I'm gonna attack the red one that's taken some damage, I believe.
Was it the red one? Yes, the red one did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will attack recklessly on that one.
Do you not have to do it on your first attack?
A rest attack when you make your first attack on your turn. Yeah, so it would just be 14.
14 does hit.
Ooh.
Yes.
So as I've sort of come across, so I've swiped down on the first one, and then what I'm going to do is, as I'm pulling it back up, I'm going to almost pull it out sideways, aiming to hit the next fella for a 12.
That's your damage.
Yeah, that's 12 damage. Yeah.
12 damage. Okay.
And that is me done.
Okie dokie. And it is now their turn. And they have all eyes on Krill. Right, so they have all eyes on Krill. We're going to start from left to right. So this guy on the left is going to drop his longbow and draw out his longsword, and he is going to attack for a natural 1. That's fucking awful. No need to worry about Bane on that one. Dweezil, don't worry about it, mate. Then he gets a second attack in at you.
Oh, really?
He does, yeah, really.
Isn't attacks not an advantage?
No, because I didn't attack recklessly.
He didn't reckless.
Apologize.
Thanks
then it's a 15, which I don't think hits anyway. Does it, Sam?
15 would not hit. No.
15 wouldn't hit anyway, so let's not worry about Bane.
Yeah. Just ignore.
Well, we can roll the dice, but it means nothing.
Yeah, it means what I do. What I bring to this team means nothing. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, absolutely. The blue character will also.
I mean,
roll...
that's true. You whistled, didn't you? I've got Krill in there.
You brought the useful ones in.
That dice is not doing me any luck, so let's change the dice.
What colour was it?
It was blue. First roll was an 11, so we can ignore that. And the second one is fucking 11 again. Jesus. Yes, that's right, 11. So both of his attacks go at you for no point whatsoever. This second one is going to move up to there and is going to also drop his longbow and go to attack you for... Oh, Jesus Christ. What is the point of rolling dice anymore? Going back to the other one. So that was 13. Okay, now this is the worst run. Right. This might hit. 17.
17 meets, but if it's what's a Bane 1 to 4?
Yeah.
Bane's 1 to 4, so the minimum would be 1 anyway.
If it's 1, it's a miss. Yeah.
Let's just roll it just to keep Stuart happy though. 4, good. So yeah, pointless me reading the book about how monsters could kill you more easily. That's fine. Doesn't matter.
Get the book out about how to roll the dice.
Yeah. Also, just pathetic that I didn't move this character there and get advantage. So that's fine. Doesn't matter. Let's move on. So he can't crawl out of that space. Oh, he can. He can crawl out of space. So this guy is also going to crawl out of his space to here. He's still got the Bane on, but we can take off the disadvantage. Not disadvantage. The prone condition. He's going to step up. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Is it not half movement to stand up?
Good point, actually, yeah. No, he's going to crawl all the way over there. So that's 5, then 15. So that's 20, 25, 30. So he can still get you. Right. But just not in the same spot. So he, again, is dropping his longbow and he's going to attack you. He doesn't get anything. Ooh, that is 21 to start.
Bane,
do you want to... Am I rolling the D4 or you?
Roll it.
Okay. That's a 1, so that's 20.
If it was a 4, it would have still it.
That was wasting everyone's time, Stuart, and just to make yourself feel good about yourself. So he is going to then... what's his damage? He's only using the one hand. So 1d8.
Because the other one's busy.
Masturbating. That is 6 slashing damage. Well, listen, you walked in on an orgy. He's got to finish him off somehow.
Right, I do. Sorry, I need to get a tissue. I'll just spat water everywhere.
This last guy is going to crawl, so that's 10.
Just the idea that they're all like, "Oh, we're so greased up. Let's just all crawl."
Difficult terrain.
15.
Difficult terrain, so
Yeah.
it's half movement anyway, and then to stand up, it's the other half.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's 10 foot.
20 foot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Getting there is then 15 foot.
Yeah.
And then 15 foot to stand up.
Yeah.
Okay? So he's done his movement, but he's still got his bow in hand. And he's going to have a shot.
Is that greasy bow as he's been crawling?
Yeah, exactly. He's now going to shoot off at... Still back. We're still with the masturbation thing.
Is that the noise he makes?
His projectile.
I've never had grease cast back at me before.
Brilliant. brand new notepad. Spat all over that. So good.
Well, is that the same noise that the other guy made? No, that's different. Right, Greg.
Did that miss me, presumably?
Yeah.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah. It'd be nice if I could roll over 10 a bit more consistently, but there you go. Thanks for listening. Make sure you don't miss out on the circus's next crazy antics by hitting subscribe on your podcast app of choice. And in between episodes, you can always find us on social media by searching Dice and Desire on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. We're in our 3rd year now, and if you want to help us grow, you can do so in a number of ways. You can tell a friend, because word of mouth really helps us get our name out there, or you can review us on Apple or Podchaser to help with our visibility. Finally, you can donate to our Ko-fi page to help us take the show to the next level. All links can be found in this episode's description. And never forget, sometimes it is a dog licking the tree, yes?
We're going to give it another go. It's a bit more zing. A bit of zing. Zing. Yeah. Ready? Hello. With a hello. No.
Hello.
Wait till I get through the whole thing. Ready? Hello with a billowing hilltop.
Hello.
Oh dear. Waiting to get through the whole thing. No. I mean,
I thought that was the whole thing.
The whole thing is hello with a billowing hilltop. Okay, that's the whole thing. Yeah?
Okay. That was right.
That pretty much sums up the show. But if you want to find out any more, you can visit us at www.billowinghilltop. Is it com? Does anybody know?
.org.
Is it?
It's .com.
What do we do? What do we play?
There's monsters.
Does anybody remember?
Walking around.
I don't know.
And Yeah.
And we will be delighted if you were to join us around our table as we play Dungeons. Is it 5th edition? Hello?
Yeah, we think so.
Yeah. Yes. We play Dungeons and Dragons.
Sorry, that was me.
What was that noise in the background? There will be noises in the background as we play Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition through the classic Paizo adventure path, The Age of Worms. You can expect this. No! Quite a bit of this.
I'm completely lost.
This. This.
I've got a bugbear in my underpants.
And one of these.
Oh dear.
We're on Apple Podcasts, and we're on Spotify, and we're on TuneIn, and you can find us on Twitter, and you can find us on Facebook. And we hope you join us. Thanks very much.